Hey guys, and welcome to Aussie Reviews. Today I'm checking out the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 power station. Now guys, I really love these power stations because they offer no fumes, no noise, no smell, and just silent operation. So, that's what I love about them, and you can actually get them with some really decent capacity. The EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 is a serious power station. So let me jump into what it comes with, a few specs, and I'll show you just how much grunt this power station has with real-world practical testing. Comes with the AC charging cable, 2 grip protectors, and a manual quick start guide, warranty information, and also information about the EcoFlow app. So the overall weight of the unit is a hefty 51.5 kilos or 113.5 pounds. But to offset that weight, we've actually got an extendable handle here. So you can easily lift it up, and it's got wheels at the rear, so you can basically drag it along like you do with your luggage at the airport. So I've found that really handy, and it doesn't take much effort to actually move it around on a flat surface. The height is 41 centimeters or about 16 inches. The width about 34 centimeters or 13 inches. And we're 69 centimeters or 27 inches in length. Now the unit will operate from about minus 10 degrees Celsius to plus 45 degrees Celsius. Well, that's 14 degrees Fahrenheit up to 113 degrees Fahrenheit. The optimal operating temperature though is between 20 to 30 degrees Celsius or 68 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. As you can see from the outside, we've got this UV coated liquid metal silver color, so it looks very futuristic and quite a sleek looking unit. Now it's not waterproof as such guys, the battery internally is sealed, however they don't recommend obviously having this out in the weather. The internal battery is an LFP 4096 watt 80 amp hour battery. So these batteries are well known for up to 10 plus years of life, and even after 4,000 cycles, you've still got 80% state of health of the battery. It's also expandable to 12 kilowatts. So, if you want to add the extra batteries on top, you can put 2 extras on top there, and it looks like a really sleek looking unit when that's like that in that configuration. You've got some serious power there. So on the front here, we've got 4 230 volt 15 amp outlets. We've also got 2 18 watt USB-A outlets, and then we've got 2 100 watt USB-C outlets. On the left hand side here, we've just got a slidable cover, and under that we've got a C 230 volt 16 amp outlet. Round to the right hand side, we'll slide the cover open, and we've got 3 ports there. We've got the first one is the remote RJ45 port, which you'll see in the middle. Then we've got a 12 volt 30 amp Anderson output, and then at the top here we've got a 12 volt 5 amp DC 5521 outlet. On the back of the power station we've got 2 extra battery port sockets, so the covers actually just push in neatly there. Then at the top here we've got our 240 volt input, so you've got a button or a slide here where you can slide across to adjust or fast. That indicates the charging speed, so I've got it on fast there. Then next to it we've got the XT60 high PV input, so that'll take up to 1600 watts or 15 amp max charge. Then next to that again we've got the XT60i low PV input, which is up to 1000 watts or 20 amp max. So this is the connector here that you can also connect to the cigarette lighter in your car, and depending on the the voltage there, like whether it's either a 12 volt or 48 volt, you can charge from that on a long journey. And underneath we've just got the high power AC port. Now I believe you can charge from a EV charging station with the correct adapter. So some of the other features of the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 is that it will power 99% of your household appliances. Think about it guys, when you add up a lot of your household appliances, are you going to come to that 4000 watts? Even if you go over that, there is a feature on this called X Boost that can be set to allow the output up to 6000 watts max to run those bigger appliances. It is whisper quiet in operation, only 30 decibels for 2000 watts or under. Over that 2000 watts, the cooling fan will kick in. As I've shown with the various ports there's 6 options of recharging and speeds up to 80% of recharge in just 50 minutes. As I mentioned, you can also get the EcoFlow app, and that allows you full control via your smartphone. And I'll show you that in a little bit more detail later in the review. So guys, I just wanted to show you this because you know I show everything the way it really is. The handle isn't holding in for some reason. I don't know why. Anyhow, perhaps I can have a look at that later. But yeah, if you're wondering why it's hanging out a little bit, that's why. It's not holding back in for some reason. So turning it on, guys, very easy. This is just a plug and play unit. So just hit the power button. You'll hear it beep. And then as you can see, we've got 98% of battery there. It's got your input in watts and then your output in watts. And then at the top, it's got your runtime. So currently, because there's no load on it, we've got 10.8 days. So that's pretty cool. So let's start loading this up and see how good it is at running things and what sort of runtime you can expect from your normal everyday household items. So for me, in the event of a blackout, you want to run the really important items. So for me, obviously my 500 litre upright fridge freezer, and then very much the same with the 420 litre upright freezer. I don't want things defrosting or going off there, so I need to get power to them. And then as a little luxury, you know, perhaps you might want some updates on what's going on. You know, I'm running a 65-inch LED TV, so it's all running. Let's have a look at the EcoFlow now and have a look at the output. So as you can see there, we've got an output of 370 watts. It's sort of changing, 360 to 375. And we've got 10.5 hours of runtime. That's running all these 3 devices. So let's just turn the television off and see what that drops down to. So as you can see, that's dropping down now. We're around about, what, 180? Back to 200. Let's just see where it evens out here. So it's kind of floating from 180 to 200, but see how the runtime there has gone up to, you know, 18 hours of runtime, so almost 19 hours of runtime. So, you know, if you're going to be using a solar panel with this, that's going to give you enough charge to get through to the next day running the essentials, and then you can obviously recharge it there with the solar panel. Okay, so now this will be a really interesting test. I've got the television plugged in, the upright freezer, the upright fridge freezer, and I've got a large air fryer. So that's a 1670 watt air fryer just to the left of the EcoFlow here. So I'll hit start on it and let's see what the output is. Let's bring the screen back up there. Let's hit start. Okay, so we're sitting around 1995 watts. So with this, you've got 1.9 hours of runtime. It's gone up a little bit, 2.1 hours, no, back to 1.9. But you can see it comfortably, you know, is running that air fryer as well. Obviously the air fryer, you're only going to run for about 20 minutes there to cook yourself something to eat. But then when you turn it off, after that runtime, you're still going to have a substantial amount of hours left to run all the essentials in your home. Okay, so let's really test this out, guys. I've got an 1100 watt microwave, I've got the 1670 watt air fryer, and I'm still running the upright freezer and the upright fridge freezer. So let's just start the microwave and the air fryer and just see how much current this draws. Okay, so we're running everything there. We've got about, what, 3,500 watts of output, and with 96% battery, we've got about an hour of runtime. But look at that, it's easily doing it. So let me stop the microwave and the air fryer now and see if we can finally hear that fan on the EcoFlow. No, I still can't hear a thing. So it is honestly whisper quiet, this thing. So guys, I've got the 400 watt foldable EcoFlow solar panel and the case that it comes in that also doubles up as a kickstand. The 400 watt solar panels are 48 volt. They work from minus 20 degrees Celsius to plus 85 degrees Celsius, or that's minus 4 Fahrenheit to plus 185 Fahrenheit. The weight of them is 16 kilos or 35 pounds. When they're folded, as you see them here, they're 41.7 inches or 105 centimeters by 24 inches or 62 centimeters and 1 inch thick or 2.5 centimeters. Unfolded, the dimensions are 41.7 inches or 105 centimeters by 93 inches or 236 centimeters by 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters thick. Now they come with a 12-month warranty. You can dual charge with the solar panel, so if you were charging from the wall as well, you can actually dual charge it, and I'll show you that in the review as well. But for me, I wanted something that I could solely keep charging the EcoFlow without any ongoing costs. So on the kickstand, guys, you've got these carabiners or clips at the end, right? And that goes through the holes in the middle two of the four on the foldable panel, right? So what the result is you've got a bit of a lump, okay? Because the ends aren't supported. So as you can see, they sort of flop a little bit. So look, does it still work? Yeah, it still works, but I just wish this was a lot more sturdy. So what I've done, guys, is I've run my upright freezer and upright fridge freezer constantly for 17 hours off the EcoFlow. I haven't watched the TV in that time. I've just done a little bit of an experiment. And as you can see, I'm down to 59% battery life there. Now keep in mind, you know, it was hovering around that sort of 180 to 200 watts, wasn't it? Both of them there. But it doesn't always use that amount of power. There's times when, you know, there's enough cold in the freezer or the fridge, and then the actual draw will be very, very low. So this is the result. You know, after 17 hours, surely you're going to have, you know, some sunlight there. So this is where the solar panel comes in handy. So let's plug that in now and see what actual input we get from the panels. Just for reference, guys, it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon. It is summertime here in Australia, so let's see what we actually get out of these 400 watt panels. So as you can see there, we're getting a nice constant 336 watts coming in. Now keep in mind, if we were running the fridge and the freezer, the absolute maximum there, it's using about 200 watts. So we've still got another 136 watts trickling into that battery through the day and being able to top it up. So then obviously overnight, you could run it again, you know, to keep those valuables nice and cold in your fridge and your freezer. So now we're dual charging and we've got 2,439 watts coming in total from the solar panels, but also from the wall socket, so just the 240 volt. So I'll just take the panels out now and you'll see it drop just to prove that it does dual charge. So yeah, instantly that dropped there. But how cool is that? So you could charge from a solar panel, you know, you can charge from the wall as well, you know, to get that extra power into it quicker. So this here is the EcoFlow app. Very straightforward. Obviously that's the model that we're using, the Delta Pro 3. So you just press it and we've got 99% battery charge. So it lets you know how many days you've got left. You can activate the AC or the DC just straight away from the app. There's also various settings in the top right hand corner, if I can hit that, and you can scroll through and change all them as well. It just allows absolute real-time updates. You can also do that, update the firmware, so when something new comes out, you can update the whole unit right here through the app. So really, really convenient. So guys, there you have it. I'm going to wrap up my final thoughts on the EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 power station. Does it kick some ass? Yeah, it does. It's got some grunt in it, that's for sure. You know, it's really starting to get into a backup power station that can run all those essentials in your house without any dramas whatsoever. Especially if you combine it with a power source like a solar panel, then you know, through the day there you've just got more power trickling into it that's going to get you through the night with running a multitude of different devices in your house. So 5-year warranty on them. How much are they? So $4,999 is what it'll set you back for one here in Australia currently. However, currently they do have a Black Friday sale on until the end of November, where you get like a free 220 watt solar panel, for example, with the Delta Pro 3. If you want it with the panel I've got, it's currently $7,899. So look, it's not super cheap, guys. However, keep an eye out for the sales. Obviously, they've got sales across the board with different packages at the moment. I'm not the salesman, so you can click on the page and have a look at it in your own time. My job, guys, is to review it and give you my honest thoughts on it, which I've done. So let's talk about that in summary now. We'll start off with the dislikes I don't like about it, okay? One, yeah, I was disappointed with that handle. Obviously, it's going to be a really easy fix. Maybe there's a little bit broken or something, or a spring or something that's gone in it to stop that you know, handle staying in there. I'm not sure what's going on there, but you know, I'll certainly update you if I find out. The other thing too, the panels. Now you can get more fixed type panels from EcoFlow, but the foldable ones obviously have that benefit there of, if you're traveling, you can fold them up, can't you, and save space. I really don't understand why you know, you've just got that kickstand in the middle, and then at the end the solar panels sort of flop a little bit. Does it still work? Yeah, look, it does. It still works, but it just sort of looks a little bit sloppy to me. So they're the two things that I don't like about it, guys. What I love about it is just the fact that you've just got whisper quiet operation. You've got enough grunt there with, you know, 4,000 watts of power. And like I said, I ran the experiment. I thought, okay, let's have a look at it. Like, you know, we've had a lot of rain this week, for example, and this is one of the sunny days that I had where I could finish off doing this review. So I thought, well, let's run, you know, that upright freezer, the upright fridge freezer, you know, combine that with obviously showing you other household items. You want to cook yourself a meal, etc., microwave, air fryer, whatever. It can handle it, no dramas at all. And then once you finish using that, then you've got hours and hours of operation time, you know, where it's going to keep all your food cold. You're not going to lose money and, you know, have a couple of $100 worth of food go off. So, you know, for me, I see a massive benefit in that. Also too, if you're traveling, you know, you can charge it there at the EV power station with that adapter that I say will be available in January 2025 here in Australia, according to EcoFlow. You know, or you have the option there, you can get the cable to run from the cigarette lighter to the EcoFlow, and then it just trickles in while you're traveling. I mean, you know, Australia's a big place. It's nothing to be traveling 8, 9, 10 hours. So if you've got, you know, in your car, just that power trickling in while you're traveling, well, that tops it up as well. So there's many ways to top it up. I just love the fact that there's no fumes, there's no ongoing costs really, especially if you've got like a solar panel, because you're just trickling that power straight in. And yeah, I just love the idea of them, guys. I've had both. I've had petrol generators, and now I've started getting into the electric power stations, and I much prefer them. I've actually sold my old petrol generator that I had so I could get into obviously the electric power station. That's how much I like them. Everyone, you know, each to their own, as I say often, but that's why I like them so much. There's a lot of advantages to them. So guys, we'll finish the review at that. Hope you really enjoyed watching it. So till next time, we'll catch you then.